The Ballad of Yadis Hammamet, a tale of woe, moldy omelets, and the ghost of hospitality past Gather round, my fellow travelers, and let me spin you a yarn so tragic, so unhinged, that not even the most brazen atelier could deny its truth. Picture this: you, a delicate soul, a seeker of sun and sea, have stumbled upon Yadis Hammamet, Tunisia name that sounds like it was plucked from a dusty travel brochure promising paradise. Reader, it is not. Chapter 1, the check-in debacle, or penny pinching at the gates of hell. You arrive, hopeful, like a baby lamb trotting into a slaughterhouse. The lobby, a vibeless purgatory. The receptionist, a creature so allergic to joy. She guards the one working pen like it's the last drop of water in the Sahara. You must hunt for writing utensils, as if this is some twisted Hunger Games spin-off. And then, the audacity drag you back to pay a tax they forgot to mention. Surprise. Your wallet is now lighter, and your faith in humanity obliterated. Why is this bad? Because trust is the foundation of any transaction. Sweet summer child. If they lie about pens, what else are they hiding? Spoiler, everything. Chapter 2, the room that time and hygiene forgot you unlocked the door to your sanctuary. The smell hits first mildew, despair, and the ghost of 1,000 unwashed feet. The sheets, stained with the mysteries of the ancients. The air conditioning, a decoration. It hums like a dying bee, offering no relief, only false hope. The balcony, useless, because the music from the hellish pool parties vibrates through your bones until 1:30 a.m. You are not a guest. You are a hostage. Why is this bad? Because sleep is sacred. A room should be a refuge, not a sensory assault course. Chapter 3, the culinary crimes against humanity. The all-inclusive buffet is a war zone. The omelet station, a battleground. You queue like a peasant for scrambled regret, only to find the same 3 reheated dishes every single day. The fish, suspiciously flexible. The drinks, watered-down lies served at room temperature, because ice is mythical here. And water, oh ho, you get 2 bottles per day. And if you dare ask after 11 p.m., the staff scowl like UV requested their firstborn. Why is this bad? Food is love, darling. Serving prison-grade slop is not love. It is neglect. Chapter 4, the pool of lost dignity. The pool looks nice, big, blue, deceptive. But dip a toe in, and you'll notice. No one trusts it enough to leave their belongings unattended. Why? Because thievery lurks like a shadow, and the animation team. Less fun-loving entertainers, more zombies going through the motions. Why is this bad? A pool should be joy, not a test of your paranoia. Chapter 5, the grand finale checkout. Escape or extortion. You dare to leave. But no, they hold your car hostage until they've inspected your room for imaginary damages. The audacity, the indignity. You are free only when they deign to release you. Why is this bad? Because respect is a two-way street, and Yadis Hammamet is a dead end. Epilogue. The lesson. Because suffering must have meaning, some say travel broadens the mind.
Okay, so I was looking into stuff near Yadis Hammamet in Tunisia, just because. And it's a bit depressing, honestly. It seems like businesses around there, especially in the Medinas, those old markets, they were kinda set up to take advantage of tourists. It's like they see someone with a different accent and just think, okay, time to add a zero to the price. Like, a lot of the time, people will pretend to be employees of your hotel. Super friendly, oh, I am a cook at your hotel, let me show you my mother's shop. It sounds nice, right? But then they isolate someone, maybe an older person, and pressure them to withdraw a ton of money from an ATM. There was this family, a British family, near Yadis Hammamet, and this guy Mohammed did that. Took the grandpa to the cash machine and made him take out over 300. I bet that family felt awful. Probably spent the rest of their holiday worrying and feeling stupid, honestly. And that Mohammed, he probably just moved on to the next tourist, It's just sad. Then there's this other thing. Businesses near Yadis Hammamet, they'll spot your hotel bracelet and immediately try to lure you into their family shop. It's like they're waiting for tourists to step out of taxis, feeling kinda pressured to buy things, right? It's awful. I imagine that tourist was just trying to enjoy their vacation and ended up feeling totally ripped off. They probably didn't bother reporting it either, because what's the point? It's too stressful. And it's not just the sneaky stuff, even just normal shopping, it's a mess. Vendors near Yadis Hammamet, they just straight up inflate prices, like 3 or 5 times the normal amount if you look like a tourist. It's just greedy, honestly. Why would someone do that? It's like they're betting on you not knowing the real price. I bet a lot of people just pay it because they don't want to cause a scene, but then they feel angry and resentful. They probably tell all their friends not to go, which isn't good for anyone, really. The worst is when they force stuff on you. Like they'll put a scarf around your neck before you can even say no, and then demand money for it. Honestly, how could you do that? It's so aggressive. Someone reported that happening in Hammamet's Medina. They probably felt trapped, like they couldn't just walk away. I bet they felt violated, like their personal space was completely ignored. The vendor, probably laughing all the way to the bank. It's not fair, is it? I mean, come on.
Okay, here's the intro music, a melancholic, slightly off-key piano melody. Let's be frank. Having explored the accommodation options around Yadis Hammamet, Tunisia, it's time we address the experiences awaiting you outside the resort walls. And honestly, it's disheartening. The businesses in this area as a whole leave a rather sour taste. They operate with a certain, shall we say, relaxed regard for customer satisfaction. Think of it as a region where the concept of service with a smile is more a theoretical construct than a practical reality. It's not a joyful place, it's a waiting game. A waiting game for disappointment, frankly. I've sifted through countless accounts, and a pattern emerges, a sort of weariness that clings to these establishments. I feel almost personally let down, like a child discovering Santa isn't real. This isn't about isolated incidents. This is about a pervasive atmosphere, a sense that you, the visitor, are being assessed, not for your enjoyment, but for your willingness to be parted with your money. Let's start with what's presented as a family fun destination, Carthage Land. Now, amusement parks are supposed to be joyous, uncomplicated. Here, it seems, joy is conditional. It's like they've invented a new form of arithmetic where happiness equals your origin story. Multiple accounts speak of a distinct two-tiered system. Locals glide through, while those visibly foreign encounter obstacles. Now, I understand operational needs, perhaps crowd control. But the allegations of outright discrimination, questioning the capacity of a visitor with Down syndrome to understand and enjoy the attractions, giggling in a language you don't understand while denying access. It's just deeply unsettling. It feels like a calculated attempt to diminish, to belittle. The reported inconsistency regarding ticket availability, telling people it's 4 p.m. only to watch locals enter earlier, creates a simmering resentment. And it's not just about the rides. Several visitors mention the animal enclosures, describing conditions that are frankly cruel. Animals locked in stifling heat, surrounded by deafening music, It's a display of apathy that leaves a lasting impression. There's a feeling it's geared towards profit at the expense of everything else. It felt like the place was trying to make me lose faith in humanity. Then we have Le Barberousse, a restaurant with a lovely view, apparently. But views, sadly, don't fill an empty stomach or soothe a bruised ego. Here, it's not the food itself that's consistently criticized, but the attitude, a sense of indifference, of entitlement. Orders forgotten, long delays, staff prioritizing larger tables. It's a subtle message your time isn't valuable. Several people mentioned rude reception staff and a general disdain for guests. One visitor had hair in their food. Hair. And when they complained, the waiter laughed. It's a level of dismissiveness that defies logic. And then there's the accusation of underhanded tactics, waiters selling tables to the highest bidder. Honestly, it makes me feel unclean, like I've witnessed a betrayal of basic hospitality. And the consistent reports of dishonesty, of staff speaking negatively about customers in Arabic, only to be understood by the customers, it's reprehensible. Let's consider Radisson Blu Resort Thalasso, a supposed 5-star experience, and what do we find? Chaos. A litany of complaints about substandard rooms, non-functioning amenities, and a pervasive sense of neglect. Air conditioning that doesn't work, TVs that are broken, requests for basic necessities ignored for days. It's not just inconvenient, it feels like a deliberate disregard for your